because I've got so much power anyway. Behind me we've got the two styles of e-bike, the full power one and the lightweight e-bike. In this video I'm gonna be putting both bikes to the test, same trail, same condition, same rider. I'll time everything and then I'll share some feedback on my experience of riding both bikes. That way at home you can figure out which bike is the most suitable for you. If that sounds like a plan, let's hop into the video. Okay everybody, before we start this video, just a quick reminder. If you have been enjoying the content on this channel, make sure you subscribe. I know it sounds silly, but it does help a lot more than you think. Okay, now let's dive into it. Right there, we've got the Propane Fresh SL with a TQ HPR 60 motor. I've done a video on this bike last year. This is my lightweight e-bike. Right there, we've got the all-new Propane Icano 3 alloy with the Avinox M2S motor, full power e-bike. It's much heavier, but it's got 1300 watts, a ton of torque, and we'll look at the specs later on. Now I'm gonna be riding the both bike on exactly the same loop. We're roughly gonna do twice, about 1000 meters of elevation, a variety of uphill, but also downhill. It's mostly gonna be pretty technical and gnarly, so you want to stay in for the riding. And to make the test as accurate as possible, I'm gonna be using the same wheels and the same tire. Right here, I've got the all-new Maxxis Minion DHX on a downhill casing. It's got that new butyl insert that's gonna be perfect for the e-bike. It's gonna bring a lot of stability, but also protection for the rim. I'm gonna be able to go down in PSI. I'm gonna be using 22 PSI on the front, 24 PSI on the rear. And for the rear tire, I've got the Maxxis Minion DHR 2. I think it's gonna be a perfect combo for the conditions we have. And as far as the wheel goes, I'm gonna be using the Noble Ethos HD. Those are perfect for e-bikes. They're the strongest wheel Noble makes. So I think it's gonna be a really good combo. Before we get on riding, I'd like to share with you a discount code on the Propane website for Europe, but also North America. Make sure you use Remy15 at checkout and you'll be able to save 15% on some of the models, such as the Fresh SL, the Spindrift CF, the TAI Trail in Europe, and the TAI CF in North America, but also the Reg in North America, the Terrell in Europe. So make sure you check them out. I'll put as much detail down below. Okay, let's put those rubber on and let's go shred. Fresh rubber, 99% of battery on the lightweight e-bike. I'm gonna start recording. Let's do it. Well, it's pretty steep. I'm putting out 250 watts and the bike is doing 350 watts. So I'm definitely working out. Okay, this is basically the top of the big climb. 38 minutes 23 seconds. I've done 776 meters of elevation. 58% left of battery, so I basically used 40%. Let the fun begin. Bike is super easy to turn, very easy to maneuver. Definitely not my most forgiving bike, but easy to ride, feels super light. You can't really tell it's an e-bike unless you pedal. I guess I left that because of the tree, so I'm gonna leave it here. Really enjoying the new DHX. Okay. Oh, it's pretty rough. I normally don't ride these bikes this fast. Oh, this track is sick. Yeah, since this is my lightweight e-bike, I typically ride it more like a lightweight trail bike, so slower, more poppy, instead of trying to go fast. Trail number 3, L'Oriole. Yeah, this is fun. That's our trail number 4. I rest sugar on this corner. Okay, and the worst climb for the end. The grip is difficult, but with the TQ motor, since there is not that much power and not that much torque, it's actually fairly easy to get good traction. Sometimes easier than on a full power e-bike. Okay, and the gnarliest for the end. I don't think I've actually ridden that trail on this bike. Okay, we are going to end the ride right there. 67 minutes, 900 meters of elevation, 16k, and I've used less than 40% battery, 39% battery. Let's swap bike and see what the other bike says. As you can see, I've been putting the effort. I'm sweaty, it's hot. 67 minutes on the lightweight e-bike. I think on the full power e-bike, I can do 52 minutes, so 15 minutes faster. Let me know in the comment below what you think, but definitely stuck to finish with the Avinox motor. So that's gonna be a little bit easier, I think. Okay, let's go. So 30k an hour going uphill, pretty crazy. Okay, same spot, 22 minutes and 37 seconds. 52% of battery left. Wow. Okay, second lap today. I definitely didn't need as much rest on top. The bike definitely wants to go faster. I'm more comfortable on this bike because of the geometry, honestly. Nothing to do with the motor. This is basically a mini downhill bike. So capable. And the noise you can hear is the clutch of my rear there. When I change the wheel, I forgot to put it back. Wow. What a beginner. Okay, trail number 2. Oh, I like that a lot. And I'm not pedaling, so obviously I'm talking about the bike, not the motor here. Wow. Yeah, that's fun. Not a bad day at work. guess it's my second lap, so I'm feeling a bit more comfortable with the trail too. Yeah, you got to be careful with this much power not to destroy your transmission. Wow, on that section I struggle a bit to slow down the bike, and this corner was harder on this bike. Okay, back at the super steep hill. So my seat is a little bit lower, just so I can get a bit more traction, because I've got so much power anyway that my issue is gonna be the traction. Well, pretty easy on this bike, to be honest. I still have my finger on the brake just to control the power in case I start manualing. Oh, it's so fun. Pretty gnarly though. Wow. Struggle to slowing down. Okay, what's gonna be the time? 51 minutes 38 seconds. I swear I didn't do it on purpose. Actually, I had a pretty good guess. I was gonna say 50 minutes, but 46% battery left. So I used a little bit more battery. I definitely didn't use as much energy. I was spinning my legs really quick, and the bike did the rest of the work. Let's go home and debrief. Okay, whoever said that e-bikes were not physical is wrong. I'm pretty tired, to be honest. Those were two pretty big laps, 1800 meters of elevation in, basically 2 hours, 2.5 hours. Let's talk number. The Ecano 3 alloy, as you would have expected, because it's a full power e-bike, this is the most powerful motor right now on the market, 1300 watts, 150 newton of torque. I was 16 minutes quicker for this lap than I was on the Stretch SL with a TQ HPR60 motor. This is only 350 watts, 60 newton meter of torque. They both got the same battery though, 800 newton meters. As we saw, the Stretch SL used less battery than the Ecano 3. Now, if we talk about my battery, I was roughly 10 beats per minute lower heart rate on this bike versus this bike. I try to put similar effort, but there is so much support when you pedal this motor. It is actually difficult to pedal hard enough, essentially. If you spin your legs really quick, the motor does the rest. So therefore, that's why I had lower heart rate. I also was saving a lot of energy when I got to the top of each downhill, because I didn't work out nearly as hard, I was able to recover quicker to drop in. Before we talk about the motor and really my experience with each bike, I want to talk about the frame itself and how the bike rides downhill regardless of the motor or even the weight. The big thing for me is that I do prefer the geometry of the Icano 3 alloy. Simply because those bikes are quite different. This is more a trail bike. This is more a big enduro / freeride bike. Essentially, it's like comparing your propane spin drift with a big motor versus a tight trail with a smaller motor. For the type of riding I like to do, and you saw those trails, they are double blocks, sometimes Proline, a bike that's more capable, 160 travel on the rear, 170 on the front, slacker head tube angle, lower bottom bracket, just much longer wheelbase, is gonna be easier for me to get comfortable and to go fast on, versus this bike that has a steeper head tube angle, higher bottom bracket because it's more made for pedaling technical climbs. What I will say though, this bike is easier to ride once it gets technical. It wants to turn around, it wants to pop, and for most people, this bike will actually be easier to ride. This one, especially because of the weight, you need to have a really good technique to be able to bunny up the bike, to place your rear wheel around the trees, etc. For me, it's what I'm used to. I spent a lot of time on my rage, on my spin drift. Therefore, this is what I'm comfortable. This is what I ride the most often. Now, if we look at this one, it is more a fun bike. This is typically the bike I'll be using when I ride with a half-shelf helmet, no chest protector, and I just want to go for a pedal and play around. Now, if we look at the motor, that's probably why you are watching this video. If you want to do essentially downhill laps and you want to shuttle yourself, this is a bike for you. It's incredibly quick to pedal. Essentially, you go as quick as if you were to shuttle. You can get a few laps. When you have very little time, this is amazing. But if you are looking for a bike that is closer to an analog bike or your regular mountain bike, this is for you. Still give you 350 watts. You feel like you are Nino Schurter or Pauline Fernand Prévost. The bike still can climb anything and the power is very manageable. 60 Newton meter of torque allows you to get really good traction without spinning the rear wheel like it is on this one. Obviously, both bikes have different modes. I was on turbo mode and I was also on the quickest mode on this one. But this, in order to get 350 watts, you have to put yourself 175 watts. So you basically have to put a pretty good effort in order to get the best of this bike, whereas this one, you just have to spin your leg quick and the bike can do the rest of the work. What else I wanted to say? Yeah, honestly, I really enjoy both bikes. This one currently is on sale for the next 2 weeks. Use the code REMY15 in Europe, but also in North America. You can save 15% on the Shueisha SL, and not only, also the Terrell that's behind me for Europe, the Spindrift CF, Tai Trail, and Eugene for Europe. And for North America, you can get the Rage, the Spindrift CF, and every Tai Carbon, as well as the Shueisha SL, of course, for 15% off. It's only for the next 2 weeks, so make sure you check that out. Both apps, either the TQ app or the Avinox app, are super easy to use. To be honest, I've used them once when I got the bike and set it up. But yeah, now I really don't touch it. Honestly, I really enjoy both bikes because it's so different. And now it's gonna be up to you to figure out if you want to be the quickest at the top of the hill, or if you still want to work out and just want that little help so you can do a little bit more laps, or perhaps keep up with your friends that are quicker on the uphill. This is a great choice. Yeah, I enjoy both bikes. Before we wrap up the video, quick feedback. Obviously, the Ethos HD wheels are really strong, and paired with the Maxxis new downhill casing, it's a great choice for e-bikes. That DHX on the front is really impressive. especially on a dry condition like that. It brakes really well, but it corners super smoothly, and it's very confidence inspiring because of the new casing. It adds stability. You can lower the PSI. I had 22 PSI, but I could have gone down to probably 20 or 21 PSI on this one, and definitely 20 PSI on the lighter e-bike. So it's bigger knobs, they don't flex as much with the weight of the bike, so it's been pretty cool. I would say though, when you get an e-bike, make sure you don't go for super light parts. Why? Because you got so much power and you're gonna be riding so much more. You want to make sure that everything is gonna hold on together. In terms of weight, this one is probably 26 kilo, but as you can see, it's a very heavy build. And my lightweight is probably around 22 kilo, but it's also a heavy build. I've got the smash pot coil conversion. I've got the Telum coil shock from Vorsprung, and obviously, as we saw, the downhill tires. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. If you enjoyed the video, please consider subscribing, leave me a like, and leave me a comment. I probably forgot something, and if I did, I'll do my best to reply. If you want to learn more about this bike, check out the video somewhere here. More about this bike, check out the video like somewhere here, however that works. Okay, I'm done for today. I'm gonna get some food because I'm pretty tired now.